Hey everyone, hi. I have been having all kinds of computer challenges this morning, so I apologize. I'm Amy Seaver and I am live zooming out of Dallas, Texas. Welcome to this iBuumerang presentation today, and I hope that everything is working correctly because it has been crazy. My computer decided to update, and so many of you that understand computers know exactly what I'm talking about. So hopefully we've got it connected everywhere. It's crazy storming outside right now, so it tends to mess with technology. So again, welcome. I'm going to jump right in because I feel like I've wasted 5 minutes of your time, and I hate to do that. So thank you if you are a guest on this presentation, and it's going to be a great one. I tell you, we are, let me kind of, there we go. Let me get this down a little bit. We are so blessed to have been a part of the launch of iBuumerang. We're just over a month old now, and it has been a crazy few weeks. And I know the all of the team around the world is truly just blown away at what has happened in the last 6 weeks. It's just been remarkable. So again, welcome to the guests. I'm so excited that you're here. Let me see if I can go ahead and share my screen and make sure that everything is rolling like it's supposed to be. So hang on, just let me get this to you here. There we go. All right, perfect. So, you know, I love the fact, I love our name. For one, it's extremely catchy. And it's not just the name of a company, it's actually a philosophy, the philosophy of giving something out, throwing something out, and it coming back to you. And so if you throw out goodwill, then it comes back to you. And a lot of times it's, what I like to say is pressed down, shaken together, and running over. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that. But, you know, the bottom line is I came into this industry literally about 24 years ago. And I had great hopes and high hopes, and I wanted to make sure that I could set up a legacy for my family. And, and that just really didn't happen. We've had a lot of success, but it was never to the point where I could say my family is set, because, I was in an industry that really needed to evolve. And so, obviously it was my own effort. We had a great success, and the same thing with this here. We have, again, we've made millions of dollars in this industry since I met Mr. Holton Buggs in 2003, and he changed my life. And so, but it was my own effort. And obviously here, we're going to give you guys the same opportunity here. Obviously we're going to give you every tool that you ever needed to become absolutely wealthy. And not only that, but to be part of the evolution of a massive industry that's created more millionaires than every other industry combined. And yet we can do so much better. And I believe that iBuumerang has set up that philosophy, and also what we call the PRIB, the Perpetual Residual Income Builder. And by giving a first-class consumer experience, when you think about the industry of network marketing, we've always had to sell and sell, and customers would have to pay more for our products, whether they're nutritionals, whether they're weight loss, whether they're skincare. A lot of times, you could go down, skincare, for example, and go down to the local Walmart or CVS and buy, a skincare line, or nutritionals, the same thing, weight loss, the same thing. And yet they're obviously not as good a product, but you have to convince customers to pay more. And so that's what makes our situation different. The only way that we make money here is when customers pay less. And, I'm getting ahead of myself, but, I over the last 24 years, I learned how to recruit. I had learned how to build teams. And that's where the disillusionment comes, because we're constantly rebuilding. And again, that is what's very, very different about this new model. Like I said, we only make money when customers save money. And so we are changing things up. We are disrupting two industries at once. We're disrupting, obviously, network marketing. It's hard to even call it network marketing, because we're really Uberizing the network marketing industry, and we're Uberizing basically an $8 trillion industry, and that is the travel industry. When you think about the industry that we are starting with, now notice I said start, not just travel. iBuumerang is a technology company. This is our first asset that we are offering our customer base, and so we're tying into the most massive industry in the world, and it is travel. $8 trillion every year spent on travel. Look at this, $6 billion a day in Asia, $2.8 billion a day in the United States, $4.8 billion a day in Europe. So when you look at all of these countries and the people that are traveling, you think about it, this is a product that we don't have to sell. We sure don't have to convince people to travel, because think about it, they're traveling for business and for pleasure. And so, you don't have to sell it to someone. But did you know that most of the travel that's 80% plus of the travel that's booked out there are booked in the second tier pricing by basically these two companies, Expedia and Priceline. When you look at Booking Holdings, this is actually Priceline. They changed their name a few years ago, but you're also, if you're booking on Kayak or Priceline or OpenTable or bookings.com, that's all really Booking Holdings. And if you're booking travel on Expedia Group, then you're also, if you think about it, Travelocity, Orbitz, Trivago, Hotwire, Hotels.com, all of those aggregate sites are really just Expedia Group. So we have three tiers. We have retail, as if you were going directly to a Marriott or a Ritz-Carlton or a Four Seasons or a Royal Caribbean, for example, Hertz Rental Car. That's retail pricing. That's the first tier. Then all of these aggregate sites that are really just two companies, that's the second tier. And again, 80% of travel is booked right here on one of these sites. And then the third tier pricing is the behind the curtain member only travel prices that travel agents get. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. Extreme travel is the backbone of iBuumerang right now. It's one of the main components of iBuumerang. And we're going to give you that third tier pricing and pass the savings on to you. And this is our product. You have a wholesale travel booking platform, and you get to earn bonuses for referring travel to Extreme. We also get to enjoy highly discounted and exclusive experiences, those behind the curtain pricing. So anywhere from 30, sometimes you'll even see up to 70% off of those retail prices. And so there's, again, $8 trillion of inventory there that we get to tie into. Now, this is a live booking engine. And so it literally is changing every 10 minutes or so. And so you want to book. But look at these, awards and accolades that Extreme Travel has been able to rack up. You think about this backbone, and I love it. Lori Spears, our director of travel, has been all over the world, and she sits on 3 different boards right now, including CLIA, which is the Cruise Line International Association. This Extreme Travel is kind of a mentor to the travel industry. And so, when you look at the awards and accolades that we have, you can see this 18-year-old travel agency. It's been around a while and very, very well respected. And this is who we're partnering with. I love that. When Mr. Holton Buggs decided to build his own company, he obviously does everything with excellence, debt-free, and we are able to, to tie into some of the most amazing people that are excellent at their craft. And that's what we've got here with Extreme Travel. So let me give you an example of what I'm talking about on that third tier pricing. Here is a 4.5-star hotel in New York City. And, if you're looking on Expedia, it's $339 a night. And, that's very typical. But we pay $178 a night on this. And so that's $161 in savings on the night. And, that's amazing. If you're staying 3 or 4 nights, in this hotel, then, that begins to add up. Same thing with this hotel in Paris. This is a 4-star hotel in Paris. Look at this, you're literally paying $130 a night. And that's a $310 savings for you. And so again, if you're staying several nights, that can really add up. Now, these are the exact same rooms, same hotels. And the booking, site that we have, I'm excited to announce that we actually accept Bitcoin. Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is beginning to really have mainstream media attention, and it's a currency that is literally just going to expand. And so for us to be one of the very first companies out there, travel agencies, to booking site to be able to accept Bitcoin, you can also do cryptocurrency to get started with us. And that's exciting for a lot of countries around the world. So let's get back to some comparisons here. This is a New York City rental car. If you go to rentalcars.com, you can see that this car for the week is $392. For ours on our iGo platform, it's $221. So you're saving $171 on that rental car just by booking on this booking engine. And so here's one. This is hotels.com. This is a resort now, because you can go to weeks and all-inclusive resorts. It's an amazing booking engine we'll get into in just a second. But this is a beach and golf casino resort in the Dominican Republic. Beautiful. And this is $712 for the week with a $503 savings on that. And so again, exact same car, exact same rooms. And we have so many examples of this. I love it. I absolutely love it. Here's some more examples. You've got this is a Sheraton in the Salt Lake City area. $848.45 is what we save on that. And this is where you're going to see also the reward credits. So you can see what the reservation is, what you saved, but you're also, when you're booking this site, you're also racking up what I call frequent flyer miles. That's what that is. Those reward credits, you can trade those in for travel and pay for travel, just like you can do on a lot of the airlines and different places. So we have that as well. And so every time you're booking travel, then you are, getting reward credits for that. So here's another example, couple different examples here in Salt Lake City. This one is a $532 savings for that, but you have the reward credits. This is a hotel in Houston, the Westin Galleria. Man, the neat one on this is that they literally saved more than they spent. This is amazing. So this is a whole week stay in this hotel, the Westin Galleria. You're from Texas, you're familiar with this hotel, beautiful place, but look at the reward credits on that as well as the savings. So I love, giving many examples of what we're talking about. Here is Holton Buggs actually stayed at this one. This is Los Cabos, Paradisus Los Cabos, in Cabo San Lucas. This was an all-inclusive resort here. So the cost of his reservation was $1348, but he saved, again, more than he spent on this. $1589 was his savings, but look at the reward credits as well. So these are several examples that you can see. And, the benefits of our booking engine are amazing. You have hotels, you have rental cars, cruises, flights, homes, weeks, marketplace, timeshares, all of that. If you come in at first class, you have access to every bit of this. We'll get to that in just a second. But, your customers also have access to this, except for the marketplace and the homes. They have access to every bit of this. And this is our product. I'm going to get into this. So you want to maybe take a couple of notes. But look, it's not just all of these on the left. We have theme parks, outdoor activities, worldwide tours. That's an amazing section on our website. Golf resorts, wine clubs. We have restaurant savings. If you go into a city, you can type in that city and it pulls up savings on restaurants. We have 110% price guarantee. So if they do find something lower on the internet, and again, our booking engine actually has taxes and fees already built in. So a lot of times when the prices are a little different, then when you get down to checkout, it's different, and you'll say, wow, this one is $27 cheaper, or $78 cheaper, or whatever. It's changing all the time. And so as you get more and more familiar with this booking engine, it truly is just racking up savings and racking up reward points. So I love this. If you do find something different online, then we can reward you back and reward credits, the price guarantee there. Okay. So the question is, do you boomerang? And, this is one of those things where people are going to start hearing the boom all around the world. Nobody had heard of Uber just 5 years ago. And look at where we are now with that company. It's the fastest growing company in the world. They are, it's certainly the largest rideshare company in the world, and we don't own one car. This is what's exciting, is we are taking advantage of technology now, where you can build something that is going to last, and yet you don't have to own any inventory. That's another thing where the industry has to evolve. And we are allowing people to build a massive income without having any inventory. And so, yes, when you boomerang, you are sharing 50% of your savings with friends and family. So they're enjoying savings on this same booking engine. But half of the savings go to you and to the compensation plan. I'm going to get some examples of that. And you receive their savings back in cash. So there's no limit to the earnings that you can create here. Let me give you an example. This is an all-inclusive resort in Playa del Carmen. We're all familiar with Playa del Carmen. Now this is a fantastic resort. And so if you were going to go on one of those aggregate sites that I was mentioning earlier, and comparing prices, this was $4,867 if you were to compare the price there. But if you were to go on our iGo platform, your savings on that would be $3,399. So you would only pay $1,467 when the public price is $4,867. So if you yourself as a TSA travel savings ambassador are going to book this, then that's what it would be for you is, look at the savings. So that's great. But if you were to give the boomerang to somebody in your, friends and family, and they book that exact same trip, they're going to save right at $1,700 off that public price, which is great. They're very happy, fantastic, lovely. But the other $1,700 goes up to you and to the comp plan and to the company. So this is the secret sauce of iBuumerang. It's $849.75 is exactly the amount that you would get paid in your e-wallet if that person that you gave that boomerang to booked their trip. This is beautiful. Now the other $849, 35% of it feeds the upline. I'm going to talk about that in a minute, and the other 15% feeds the company. So iBuumerang actually pays out 85%. When you're looking at an $8 trillion industry, and we're not having to create the inventory, we're not having to ship it, we're not having to cold press it and store it and make sure that it, the efficacy is right. Guys, this inventory already exists. And so there's a lot of money in travel that we're passing that money in savings on to you. And this is our secret sauce. So this is the first network marketing company I've ever seen in 24 years where you literally can make money without recruiting a team. All we do is we give away free boomerang sites. And so this, I'm going to give you some examples of this. This is if you were to just give away 10 sites. And I just gave you a lot of examples of how someone can stay 3 or 4 nights in a hotel, or they can stay a week in a resort, and they're going to save sometimes more, sometimes a little less, but that's why we have the average of $600 a year. If they're just booking one trip a year, they're going to save right at that. Okay. So beautiful, right? They're happy. And look at what happens. They're saving $600, but they've booked that travel is $6,000, and they take one trip a year. Well, half of those savings go to you. If you had 10 customers, then that's $3,000 extra in cash and you're not recruiting anybody. You just have 10 customers that you gave away a free website. And all they have to do is put a name and a password in, and it's an email, very, very simple. You can give these sites away like crazy. So let's say if you had 100 customers, look at this, and you're just giving away, they're taking one trip a year, $600 average savings. Now look at the bonus that comes back to you in cash. That's $30,000 extra. If you just constantly made it a point to bless people with this free booking engine. Powerful. What if you had 1,000 customers? Well, look at what you would earn there. We haven't recruited a soul yet. This is so amazing. So half of the savings, again, goes to you in a travel bonus. Okay. Now, what if you did build a team though? Here's what gets exciting, because you have your own customers and you want as many as possible. I'm going to explain why in just a second. But you also now, it's real easy, super easy to convert customers to TSA members. Why? Because they can save twice as much. And they probably know people that are traveling. And so it's a very, very simple process to convert people. All right. So let's say you have 50 team members. And now you have your own customers that I just showed you. But now remember the 35% that I said that feeds the upline is you're overriding the travel in your team. So if you did have 50 team members and they each gave out 10 boomerangs, that's 500 customers that you are overriding. Okay. And so what that means is the exact same numbers there on the left, on the right, on the right. And it's $600 in savings, one trip a year. Think about this. This is $58 a day in residual income that you're overriding on your team. That's $1,700 a month. I mean, could that change your life if you just had 50 people on your team and everybody gave out just 10 boomerangs? Beautiful. So what if you had 250 people on your team and everybody's got 10 boomerangs out? Now, as this travel starts to come up through this comp plan, it is going to jaw drop the entire industry. That's why I said we're going to disrupt two industries at once: travel and network marketing. We have already made such a massive splash in this industry. It's getting everybody's attention. And so think about this: if you had 250 team members, you're overriding 2,500 customers. Everybody just saving $600 a year. Look at your payout there. That's a six-figure income there if you just had 250 people on your team. So if you are a network marketer, if you've built network marketing teams, were you making six figures on 250 people? Absolutely not. And the beautiful thing about this right here is those customers that you've given away that boomerang to, they're not part of network marketing. They just, all they know is you've given them a powerful website that they save money on, and that's how it works. So what if you had a team of 1,000 people? 1,000 people. Look at this, and everybody's 10 boomerangs are out. Now we got people that are giving away a lot more than that. We just showed you an example of where you could give away 100 or 1,000. But let's just keep it simple: $600 in savings, one trip a year. Look at your income if you were overriding just 1,000 people in your team and everybody just had 10 boomerangs. That's $1,260 a day. Now here's what's crazy: we already have people in 6 weeks that have over 1,000 people in their team. And so these numbers are very, very realistic. Matter of fact, we're going to shatter every record. I believe that iBuumerang is going to be a $50 billion company literally in the next 5 years. Right now, for a very, very short amount of time, we are in a fast start comp plan, a pre-launch comp plan. This is about to go away. So if you want to put together a team, you want to do it quickly, and because these numbers are creating crazy weekly paychecks for people. If you sponsor people at first class and they are sponsoring and they are sponsoring and they are sponsoring, you can see that fast start goes down 6 levels. And so this is exciting. But I really am more excited as, coming in the next month, we're going to see our full-fledged compensation plan come into play, which is a binary unilevel hybrid. And it will, again, it will amaze the entire industry. And we're going to create some crazy paychecks for people just by doing the right things, by giving away websites. Okay. So everybody starts at standby. This is $49.95. This is basically a customer site. Okay. So but it does give you the position, and it does give you the I Decide interactive presentation that you can send to someone. And if you set it up correctly, then my goodness, they get to see that, that about 15-minute little interactive presentation that is so powerful and so amazing. So at $49.95, you click on that, and then you pick a pack. Now I'm going to start with first class because obviously this is where you want to go. This is the full-fledged booking engine for yourself. And you get commissions on every bit of the travel that's booked on any of your customer sites. So first class is $1,000. It's one-time business expense. You were buying your boomerang business, and you get 50 websites to give away. Now, there's obviously other ways to get more than just that, but think about this. This is where you can really create some quick income for your family by doing first class, because it allows you at 20% in the binary. It grafts you in as a founder for an entire year. You're earning 20% in the binary, which is crazy. I've never ever seen that in my network marketing career, and so that's extremely generous. But it also gives you 2 weeks pre-sale for our exclusive crazy deals. And so this is where you want to be. It just is. I mean, if you're going to be on a plane, you want to be in first class, right? So if you can't do first class, then the next one down is business class. And this is a good one, but you want to upgrade as soon as possible from any of these up to first. We want everybody in at first class. So you're, maximizing the comp plan. This gives you 25 boomerangs. You are getting 100% of the savings on hotels, rental cars, and flights and cruises. Okay, it's not a lot of money in flights, just letting you know. But it is convenient to be able to book your flights on our site. So don't expect to earn a lot of commissions on flights because it's just not there. It's not there for anyone. However, it is, again, it's really super convenient that we have everything on the site. So, but this allows you to get 12%. It's a big difference between 12 and 20% in that binary, but it does, it does allow you to, start there, and then you can upgrade from there. 1 week pre-sale. If they're not taken up by the first class people that got 2 weeks pre-sale, then, you can book 1 week ahead of coach. And so coach class is hotels and flights and rental cars. And this gives you 10 boomerangs. Again, if you have to start here, you certainly don't want to finish here. But this is with your $49.95, you're literally starting a business for around $300, and you can grow your business from there. It gives you 10% in the binary, and you're making 50% of the savings. So great, 10 boomerangs, and it gets you started. So I tell people, even if you're starting at $49.95 or coach, you can sponsor your way up all the way to first class, as in short order. And get yourself to the position where you never, ever have to worry about finances ever again. So there's a $99.95 monthly subscription fee for enrollment packs. This will take care of not only hosting your booking engine, but also the booking engines of all of your customers. So think about this. That's why we can give a free product away, because your subscription fee covers your customers. And so, man, that's powerful. And every time you do that, you get 5 extra boomerangs. So this is something that you are, perpetually building, and that's why we call it a PRIB, a perpetual income builder. I love it. Absolutely love it. So here's how you get started. You want to make sure that you can, get back with the person that put you on this presentation. Do their username.iboomerang.com. Click on join now. Pick your pack. It starts at $49. Then once you click on that, it takes you to the packs. Get started with us. Here's what I will tell you. We right now, when you look at where we were just in February, just literally a couple of months ago, we were in pre-launch. We didn't even know the name of our company on February 18th when we started doing these calls. We lifted off we actually found out the name on March 8th. We had our global opportunity. We were expecting about 400 people at that event. There were 2,000. The site went live and it just exploded March 11th. So here we are. And we crushed 10K. We actually had, right now we are sitting at around 22,000 people that came in the business as TSAs and 24,000 that came in as customers in our first month, in our very first month. Guys, let me tell you, that is crazy. That is crazy. And so here's what I want to tell you. I want to tell you that right now, if you've ever wanted to be in the right place, at the right time with the right people, then you have, you've landed there. You are here. And I'm excited to tell you that there is something that is available to you where you can give away as many free sites as you can possibly give away, because again, travel is our first asset. It's not the only one. Think about this. If Uber had been a network marketing company and we could have had access to all those Uber apps that are on everybody's phone now, and everyone that you gave that free app to, then they literally now are your customer from now on. And every time they book a car from an airport to a hotel, then you're getting a piece of that. Every time they book Uber Eats now, they have Uber Eats, right? So you can order food in and on Uber, and it will pay. What if it had paid you? Every time somebody orders food in, we're in Uptown Dallas, and there's like Uber scooters everywhere and these electric bicycles that you can just grab and take. Well, what if that Uber app was attached to you? And every time, we use Uber all the time, both the cars, the scooters, and so if you had given a free app away and it was attached to you, and every time I'm using that, you're getting paid, that's what we're talking about. So again, travel is our first asset. It's the one we're leading with because it is a global industry, and we can help a lot of people get set free in a very short amount of time using travel, but it's not the only one. We're going to disrupt lots and lots and lots of industries. So we're excited. I hope that you see that you can come on board right now, exercise first movers advantage, and and set this up right now. You want thousands of those boomerangs out in your, personally and in your team right now while we're in pre-launch, because the company will be a massive company in 10 years, but the opportunity will be less. And so the time is now for you to lock arms with the person that put you on this presentation, and make sure that you are getting set up, get in at first class. Don't just get in though, get engaged, get involved, and do exactly what we're talking about. We have such amazing leadership here that leaders from all over the world are coming. They're coming, and that's why it's so exciting. So I hope that you see it. I hope that you get started. Thank you for spending a few minutes with me. I apologize for being a little late today, and have a fantastic day. We'll see you on the beaches of the world.